Hello everybody, this is Jim again with Perfect Fitting Shoes, and I'm here to share with you some information about my background in making shoes. I showed you earlier the first shoe that I worked on that gave me the inspiration for the adjustable features that I wanted to create in shoes, being with this Nike. So I didn't make this shoe, I just modified it, sewed on the back buckle and came up with this, but I used an existing shoe because I'm not a shoemaker and never knew anything about making shoes. My background is chemical engineering at Texas A&M University, and was working on that when I came up with this idea. So after I left college, after I had this shoe, took some business classes, and decided that chemical engineering wasn't what I really wanted to do, I decided to embark on my entrepreneurial spirit and try to create a business to capitalize on my ideas. Along the way, I had to teach myself how to make shoes, and this is part of my journey. I started out with this shoe right here as my first shoe that I made. I didn't know anything about making shoes. I had very limited money. I reached out to some people, and everybody would tell me to go talk to this company or that company, but nobody wanted to meet with me because I really didn't have a whole lot to offer them. So I reached out to a guy by the name of Woody Woodward, who owned Galveston shoe repair shop, and I asked him if he could help me, and I was happy that he agreed to. I was very poor, actually donating blood, plasma, as a means to survive. I had very limited money. He took me under his wing to help me out, and we made this shoe. Ended up buying some leather, some piping material, and we ended up making this shoe. This shoe's not a very traditional shoe. I knew nothing about making patterns or anything like that. How you take all the components, sew them together to make a U-shape upper construction, stitch it at the back, close it up, pull it over the last, and there you got a shoe. I didn't know anything about any of that stuff. So we started with this shoe. I didn't even know what a last was, but I knew the shoe had to be made on something. So when it came time to making the last, we basically took a plaster cast of my foot and made a foam, expandable foam support, and made what we termed was a last when we made this shoe. But we took the shoe idea that I initially had and didn't use the buckle or anything like that, but I wanted to have a shoe that opened up in the back, completely opened up, more so than what I could do with this, because when the doctor told me I had to have the buckle on the side, I couldn't figure out how to open up the back as much as I wanted. So I came up with this idea, and we opened up the back completely. But if you look at the shoe, or the way it's constructed, you'll see this is all one solid piece. There's no seam in there, there's no stitching or anything like that joining these pieces. So it was one solid piece, and it was real hard to make the pattern to where everything was curved just right, and make it all fit correctly, because again, it was just one solid piece. But we ended up making this. I'm very happy that I made this shoe, even though it looks like a Frankenstein type of shoe. I actually had a guy try to steal the pair of shoes from me one day. But this shoe had a Vibram repair sole shoe on the bottom. It had the little stripes and stuff like that. It had a little jazzing to it, a little triangle to give a little bit of the detail. But it's super heavy. But again, it was the second concept that I worked on in my endeavor to bring out perfect fitting shoes, and I'm very happy about making this shoe. It taught me a lot about the process, and it also taught me that I needed to have somebody help me. So I'll share a little bit more about it in my next video, telling you about the shoe that I made on my third attempt to get my idea out there to the marketplace, or get my idea across to somebody that could help me. I hope I am not the best speaker when it comes to doing these videos, but I hope you enjoy what you see. I look forward to seeing you next time, and thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.